All right. You know what? I've been just talking about different tribes just now, and like a lot of the tribes I've been talking about are from my own ancestry, because I'm a mutt and I have a lot of different ancestry. But like one of the most special tribes to me out there in the world has nothing to do with my ancestry at all. No, it doesn't. It has nothing to do with my ancestry. And one of the most special tribes to me out there is like my dad's Catholic. I'm not. Um, but so I grew up Catholic, and he used to just try to like, what's it called? He used to try to find out priests that he trusted. Right? He always used to find out priests that he trusted. And we were in Pennsylvania one time, and um, the only priest he could find that he trusted was I think it's called Czechoslovakian. I think that's what it's called. No, like I don't. I may not know the name of the tribe, but I think it's called Czechoslovakian. But they're the opposite of Serbian, um, because there's the Serbians, and then it's not the Czechoslovakians because they're different. What are they fucking called? They're the opposite of the Serbians. They're right there on the coast. They're just a small Slavic tribe. But they're Catholic tribe, right? They're a Catholic tribe, while the Serbians are Orthodox tribe, and fuck, what are they called, man? But they're one of the most special tribes to me. There's one UFC fighter, and he's like he kicks people in the head, and he's one of their people. Um, and he was a Pride fighter too. Actually, he was first a Pride fighter before he was a UFC fighter. But they're a special tribe to me. They are. I love them, and they're not in my DNA at all. They're not. Um, because like again, my dad he tried to seek out like good holy priests. He did. He tried to seek out good, and he'd follow the good holy priests, and he sought out this Czechoslovakian, and they weren't even like Western Roman Catholic. I think they were Eastern Roman Catholic, right? And so we were in this, even though my whole life my dad had brought us to these Catholic places, he now brought us to this Eastern Catholic place because he trusted this priest. I did, and but I got to know this priest, and I was an altar boy for this priest, and he was just the best man ever. Like he was just he was honest, and he was loving, and he was awesome. I used to make pierogies, right? I used to make pierogies in the church. um, and he he was just pure soul. Like I one time found out that he was one of the big. He was like really involved because this was in Pennsylvania, and but he was really involved with the Native Americans of Pennsylvania, which are kind of dead. Like I'm here in New Mexico, and the Native Americans aren't dead. They're very much alive here in New Mexico, but they're kind of dead over in the east. Anywhere, like, like, like the kings of Portugal and the kings of Spain and the kings of France and the kings of England, did not genocide the Native Americans. The only ones who did genocide the Native Americans was the American Republic. Fact. Look up your history. Um, it was quite the opposite. It was the Native American kings who, a lot of the times, were supporting the Native Americans in order to stave off rebellion from their own people. So a lot of times, the European kings were on the side of the Native American beings, the Native American peoples. But the church was too. But whatever. Um, Yeah, no, that's just the history. Like, look up your own history. That's just reality. That's supposed propaganda. Um, but but yeah, no, genocide of the Native Americans only came through the Americans. Like United States, in the United States we genocided the Native Americans. We did. That's just the truth. That's just a fact. Like the Europeans, they did not, and the European kings did not. It was only the American public that did genocide the Native American peoples of the United States. That's just the facts. It's fucking the facts. Like, look up your own history. Like, stop listening to the propaganda. Like, I'm an American, and I love America, and I think the American people were being lied to by the secret societies. It's not their fault. It's the leaders' fault, and by association, it is our fault too. So we're getting our curse right now. But this priest, he used to be on. He used to work with the Native Americans of the East Coast, even though they're kind of no more, right? Like here we have the Navajo and the Pueblo and the Apache, and they are. But the Native Americans of the East, like, they gotta be created, like the Native Americans of the East. They're gonna have a lot of American and European blood in them. Which is just so history. Which is so funny about the reality between history and propaganda, right? But anyways, that's a different story. Um, no, like, in reality, like, the Native Americans of the East Coast were genocided by the American government, and but this man, he used to get really, and he's now living in America, and he loved Americans. He loved, I could tell this priest, he loved everybody. He did. He did. He was of the same. He was of the Catholic side of the Serbian people, because the Serbians are Orthodox. But right now I'm drunk, so I can't fucking remember their names. But they're like, to me, his tribe is just the most special to me, because he's the most special to me, because like, he used to get really involved in the Native Americans of the East Coast, and he used to try to just he used to try to study their history, and he used to get involved in them and all that stuff. And you could look this up. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe somebody told me this and they were just exaggerating. I don't know. Maybe you can look this all up for yourselves. Definitely. And you could tell me, and maybe I'm wrong. But I felt him, and like, he was just authentic. Nowadays we talk about artificial. Like, this guy was fucking authentic as fuck. Like, he was one of the most authentic men I've ever met. My dad chose very well. And I was one of his altar boys. And it's all about the heart. It has nothing to do with color. or creed or gender or sexuality. Like, I cannot imagine either sticking my dick in another man or having him stick his dick in me. Like, ew, that does not. But for some men, that's appealing. And so it's like, who am I? Like, that's not me, but so much in this world is not me. Who am I to judge, right? I mean, that's just how some people are, I guess. But like, that's what I loved about this guy. There was just so much love and no judgment. Like he loved the Americans, he loved the Native Americans, he loved his own people. He just loved all people. And because he loved all people, I loved him and I loved the tribe. You know, I used to love to just sit there in the bottom of the church basement making pierogies with all these old Slavic women. You know, with the cabbage and the vinegar and the noodles and the filling. They used to make some really good pierogies, and who was the first to make the pierogies, right? It's like, who was the first to make the gyro or whatever, or shawarma or whatever that's called, right? It's funny. It's beautiful. It's all beautiful. It's all beautiful. And you know, I mean, I think that's really, really, really where I started to really become an American, because it's not about religion or skin color or gender or any of it. It's all about just fucking love. That's it. And I wish, I think you guys are gonna be fine. You're one of the smallest tribes in the world, but I really do think you guys will be blessed. Because with a man like this, how can you not be blessed?